But no, you cannot possess us.
No, absolutely not.
No, we got everything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What was that?
I don't know.
Was that was you?
No, that wasn't me.
Warning, watch at your own risk. Everything you are about to see really happened. Viewer discretion is advised. Paranormal events are dangerous and real.
Welcome to the Paranormal Side. Tonight we have a special treat for you, a place that I have been trying to get into for a while now, and we have finally made it possible. Tonight we are at the Webb Library in Morehead City, North Carolina. And all this is possible because of No Quarter Paranormal. Alright guys, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. And my name is Joe.
And I'm Kari.
And welcome to the Paranormal Side. Thanks guys.
I'm Brandon Sanders. I'm founder and lead investigator for No Quarter Paranormal. We're based in the North Carolina area. We do everything from notorious locations all the way to private investigations. Just kind of depends on the severity. I've been in the field myself for about 15 years now. And then the team itself has been around for about a year and a half now currently. So.
There is a little girl, her name is Abigail, and she likes to visit in here.
Okay.
She is a relative of the family, and we don't really know a whole lot of her history, but she will come in here and play or whatever she does.
So, the good thing about the Webb Library is that always keeps you guessing. With the patrons, they like to move around quite a bit. Especially the little girl, her name's Abigail. She gave us the last name of White last time we were here for friends of the channel that also watch Paranormal Quest. She is mainly in the kids' room, so coloring books are a big one. She likes stuffed animals, so if you got any stuffed animals, that's always a good thing to do. She does like to go up and down the stairs, and the more that you come and visit her, the more she's more likely to give you a tug or touch your clothing, stuff like that, mess with your hat like it did with Dave probably. She's more of the fun one.
And this is where the ladies would meet, and they would come in here and read and drink their tea. They were allowed to bring their dogs with them, but they had to hold them. The dogs were not allowed to walk on the ground. A lot of times people can say that they smell lavender and an old perfume just kind of lingering around. This was the doctor's office. Back then he would do house calls, so not a lot of the patients would come in here. Some would, of course, but this was his office. It was also a brandy, the men's room. That was the ladies' room. This is kind of the men's room. That kind of, the drinking, the brandy, the cigars, that kind of thing. They say Dr. Johnson likes to come and visit in here.
Here in this room, they call it the gentleman's room or the smoker's room. This used to be where the men's lounge used to be. So Dr. Thompson is pretty notorious for being in this one. Actually, the chair beside me, and then on the couch close to where Carrie's at over there. He likes to go between those two. He doesn't move a whole lot around. He stays usually in the hallway, or he'll go hang out with Abigail most times. Very stern. Make sure the questions are like direct. Not a whole lot of them. He gets annoyed real quick. He likes his newspaper and his cigar. He just wants to chill. But as long as you're respectful to him, then he usually will will say something or grunt or something like that later on. But he's pretty good. He's just sarcastic, and he's very stern.
There have been books falling off shelves in here for no reason. It did happen a couple weeks ago over here. There have been, over here in this corner, there have been stacks of books where we've had employees come in the next day. They closed, nobody's been here. They have been books that have been very nicely stacked. Somebody was looking through them. So there's something that goes on in here.
And the book stacks is the biggest one. The furthest one, all the way down the hallway, past the computer room. You have one stack over here and over there. That's where books get taken off, pulled out, shuffled around.
The motion sensor lights are there.
Sorry. Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
There you go. That's this is what we do with our little kids. We spook them too. So this is, I guess, the entry point right here.
The portal.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is what we like to call the portal. For those that have read Watch Out for the Hallway by the Madias, which I recommend if you haven't got it on Amazon to do so. If you are interested in more of the paranormal side of the history in this location, there's a portal right in the middle of the hallway. So whatever comes in is here, and luckily we've done a lot of work in the past to keep a lot of the negativity out. So now it's just people visiting and then getting back into the portal. So you feel a buzz about you, like you feel busy when you're in the middle of the corridor. As soon as you go upstairs and see the light, and you're right in that middle, it just feels busy.
This was Mr. Webb's room. A lot of these books are his originals. There are some first editions. A lot of these books are not allowed to be checked out. They're in here only. So this was Mr. Webb's room. This is where he would meet. This is his favorite place to be. This is where he would have meetings, and they would have drinks and smoke up here. And so this was that. There have been, Brandon can tell you his story of the visitor who came in and the floating question marks happened in this room. So the feeling, I had a client, a patron come in earlier in the week, and I was giving her a tour of where different categories were. She immediately walked into this room and told me she could smell tobacco. Now every day I come in, I have to move that chair so that it faces the window. I work 4 mornings a week, and it's always over here.
Mr. Webb is mainly upstairs, just like you, for those that have maybe seen the episode. Mr. Webb is in what I like to call the question mark room, where we call it the evidence of the question mark, kind of floating up in the anomaly. That is Mr. Webb's spot. His personal library and his collection is there. So he's really big on his stuff. It's like the men's room, and it was their master bedroom, and it was just a house before they turned it into like the warehouse downstairs and things like that in particular. So definitely active in that room.
And there's a table there that doesn't go there. Mr. and Mrs. Webb are on the wall over here. I speak to them every day when I open. I tell them good morning, hello. I tell them what the weather is, what's going on around town. I did invite them to come visit tonight. So I don't feel threatened. I'm not afraid. To me, I look at them and I talk to them, and I feel like I'm talking to old friends or grandmas or grandpas, that kind of thing. Feel very friendly, safe around here. So, again, we have a lot of these books here on top are their collection. The Webb family, they had one son. His name was Earle Webb Jr. He came to Morehead City for Christmas break, took the train, fell getting off the train, contracted pneumonia, and died within a week. So they got together and decided to name this library after him. So it is the Webb Memorial Library in his honor. They wanted it to be for the community. They wanted kids to be able to come and learn and play, and people to have a place to go and be with each other. The Webb family that owns it now in the trust, our descendants, nieces and nephews, don't have the same vision. So it's sad, it's very unfortunate, but I don't know what you want to do, but please don't trip over this table. It normally goes in the middle of that green carpet, so I don't know why it's moved. But maybe they wanted to open the space for you, so. Yes.
Find out about the table.
Bro, all that stuff was.
It was all pushed
Like
out.
we looked around, the couch was like this. This one was like this, and so you think. So we tried to like reenact it. So I was like, oh, let's see. So like, yeah, the table can get through, but it would leave marks if you did it. So like, there are marks on the green thing on there as well. So they're the last ones here on 12. So it looks like someone like did not want it in the middle. I don't know if it's Miss Webb or I don't know which one it is, but someone didn't want it in the middle of that carpet. They wanted it open, so you can see where everything got pushed out. Like it was like this, like you know how like stuff, you can like sit it like flush. Couch was like this, the other couch was like this, and then the one on the other side we were going where the books were at, and one of the chairs were further back, so we moved it all. We moved it all in place. If it moves again, that's on you guys. I would say over where we're at in the gentleman's room over here, close to the garden, would be more where Miss Webb likes to hang out. Although after tonight and what you see as far as some furniture moving, she might be upstairs too in the cannon room. The cannon room is named after just a fake cannon that's there, and also has the portraits of Mr. and Miss Webb. I think Mr. Webb goes in there from time to time.
I do know that there is a man. His name is Tom. And he was not very nice to children. He used to come here. He used to visit as a spirit. There were children who were afraid. And I think Brandon has helped try to make it safe, but that I do know that he has come before.
There was a gentleman that named himself Tom or Thomas. We don't know if he was truly someone that was just mean in the past, or if it was something a little bit malevolent that we had to take care of. But he claimed his name was Tom and that he had murdered somebody and that he had hung. And from what we get, him being in the basement, meaning like, I think this was long before Morehead had been built up. So I think it was just someone in the area that just found himself in the portal and liked the evilness or the darkness of the thing, so he stayed down there. We haven't heard from him since we did a cleansing of this location and stuff like that. So good things might be in there. However, I wouldn't be surprised if one of the ones want to play around with you a little bit and maybe try to spook you a bit. The good thing is, I wouldn't say good thing, but there's constant water, so it is contamination as far as sound. However, water is a great conduit, so it's actually like consistently pumping energy.
We just got our goes to possessed. So list the words. Look at Will. It's hard to see it. Seems like there's something here that's mad. But no, you cannot possess us.
No, absolutely not.
Nope. Let's get everything for it. Let's get everything for it. Oh, we got everything? Okay. What was that?
I don't know.
Was that was you?
No, that wasn't me.
Was that you? It sounds like a hiss, didn't it? Was that you making a hiss? Hold on, stop walking. Kind of loud. I do hope that I got that on camera, though. Sound like a hiss, though. What could make that sound?
I thought it came from out there.
I thought it did too. Hello?
Or maybe the bottom of the steps. I ain't quite sure yet.
From the running water in the basement, auditory pareidolia is when we hear a random noise and perceive words from the erratic jumble of sounds. But it still sounds like there's talking in this next clip. And I was scared to death to go down into the basement by myself because me and Carrie both heard what sounded like chanting and or talking. I'm not in any way saying that it's paranormal, but I swear, if we could take the water away out of the whole situation, I really believe that possibly there was something going on down in that basement that night, because we could actually hear it. But then again, I don't know. Watch this clip, make sure you have your headphones on and the sound turned up, and you be the judge. Thank you. Oh, those are power lines.
Where?
I mean power boxes, my bad.
What I say that's a power line?
Shit. Hello? Anybody back there? Sounds like somebody's talking. Yeah, just thought I heard somebody talking. Might have been just pareidolia. Turn the light off. I think it is beginning. So I think it's beginning. And I don't think there's anything nice here. I mean, to be honest with you.
Now you gonna tell me in 3 minutes.
I mean, I don't know that for sure. But I'm telling you, it did sound like chanting down there, but it could have been.
Heard it.
You did? I mean, honestly, dude, I hate to say that there's anything bad here because it might have had to come back. Brandon told us. Plus, we were also told that there was something here that was negative, that was pretty bad and pretty rough. But they think that they had gotten rid of it. But from the responses that we're getting from the ghost tube, I don't know. But I swear it was sounding like a hiss. It was right here. Then I went to the basement, and I swear it sounded like people talking.
I know, I heard it.
We just came back in from a short break. Shit. Is that the case? I think it is.
Is it clear?
Yeah. Is there somebody trying to come through the portal? Who likes to come in here and stack the books or play with the books? If you talk, we might be able to hear you. Do you like when people come in here and read books? It needs help. Remember in the Ghostbuster movie? Have you seen the Ghostbusters 1? Remember when they go down in their first ghost thing? They get called to a library and they go down and they see that lady and they're like, what do we do? And that dude was like, Peter was like, he goes around, it's like, hey, I'm Peter. What's your name? She says, shh. Then like Ray or whatever. He says, I got an idea. He said, what? Follow my lead. He said, 1, 2, 3, get her! And then she turned to that big old boogie monster. Oh God, and they run out of the library. All right. Let us know that you're here. Move some books or something. Don't be shy.
It's a big book right there.
Yeah, Stephen King's It.
And then another one, and then another one.
Stephen King read a lot of books too.
Another one.
Where's Pet Cemetery at? I know they gotta have it.
Somebody might be reading it.
But what is it that about a library that just seems to be haunted? Is it the residual energy that the books hold from people actually reading them, people putting their energy into the books, you know, by reading them, or what? Does it somehow hold some kind of human energy? I don't know. I mean, a lot of books really don't even get read. Some do, some don't, but guys, we're about to do a alone challenge for a little bit. Just gonna walk around by myself and see what I can come up with on my own. You never know, we might get better results that way. That looks spooky as heck, don't it? Guess what? Turn the daggone light on, bro. Say, I'm not crazy. Hello? Hello? Is that somebody down here making all that doggone noise? Hello? Are you from the Underground Railroad? Knock again. Is anybody in here? Hello? Tell me what your name is. We're leaving. May not ever come back. Alright guys, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get on up out of here and anyhow, man, I ain't gonna lie, it's spooky as hell up in there. Especially going by yourself.
Heard you kept saying hello.
I ain't gonna lie, when I got out there I heard some knocks like doo doo doo. I'm like, man.
Next door you have CenturyLink, so you actually have a tower full of energy. So this place is literally like a lightning rod. It rained again, of course, every time we show up it's like storming. So, you know, the storm, there's a little bit extra energy, so it's a good night. Full moon's tomorrow, so hey, you guys got a perfect storm going on this evening, so it'll be good times. And there goes the orb again. That'll show up in your video. That's cool. I missed Dr. Thompson. That's probably him. He's probably getting annoyed that it's so bright in here. Anyway.